All right. Good morning, everybody. Well, finally, we got some real news to talk about instead of talking about dented heads and loaded gloves and all the other BS. Finally, we get to actually talk about the fight now, Fury versus Wilder 3. And a lot of stories are coming out on the net right now. And it looks like that this fight is heading for Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, the new Raiders football team stadium, which is a dome. So it's not like an open stadium. So this fight, they have been saying that they're going to target December. I think December 19th was the date. So this is very interesting. I'm very excited to hear it. I'm looking forward to it. I think this could be the biggest fight of the year because there's not many other big fights out there. I know we got the Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko fight that they're talking about having that in September at some point, but that's not going to be in front of a live crowd. Now, they're anticipating by December that there's going to be able to have a live crowd at these boxing events. They're hoping, they're anticipating. Now, is that wishful thinking? I don't know, but I do know one thing: Las Vegas has already opened up their casinos, so they're actually keeping it, I believe, at a limited capacity, and they have social distancing is in effect as well, the masks and all that. So we don't know what's going to happen in December. That we've heard some reports of a second wave, and then other people say there's not going to be a second wave. So we don't really know. But one thing we do know is Vegas has kind of been aggressive with their reopening. They have been one of the first ones to reopen. I know it's become political. A lot of the blue states are kind of slow playing their reopening. Like we're stuck right now in phase 2. And now they've actually added a step 2 to the phase 2. So they're even delaying the phases here because Massachusetts is trying to jump on board with New York, New Jersey, and the tri-state area. They're all like in a coalition now, and we got this governor who wants to be a Cuomo wannabe, so to speak. So we actually have the lowest amount of new cases of any state in the United States right now, Massachusetts, where I live. But yet, I still can't go to the gym. I'm driving to New Hampshire 40 minutes a day just to go to the gym because I love to walk, I love to do cardio, but I still got to do some weight training in there. So I'm driving to New Hampshire, which is a red state. It's a Republican governor. Now we have a Republican governor, but I think he's just a Republican in name. He's really anti-Trump. And Massachusetts is probably the second most liberal state in the United States, right next to California. And we still have the Obamacare here. We had it with Mitt Romney, while all the other states don't have it. And I'm actually kind of a fan of the Obamacare. I wasn't before, but I am now. So I don't want to get too political here, but let's get back to this. So again, Nevada, I think will be a little bit more aggressive. They're a little bit more lax with the restrictions. So I'm anticipating that they will have a live crowd there, but I don't know in what capacity. I don't know if they're going to allow them to be at full capacity. I don't know if they're going to have them sit every other seat or something like that so they won't be on top of each other. I'm sure they'll probably still have to wear masks if they're going to be there. But again, December is a long way off right now. We're in July, so we got August, September, October, November, December. So we're 5 months away. So we still have to see how this whole virus thing plays out. But I do know that Bob Arum has reserved that stadium. And I know December 19th has been the day they're talking about, but it hasn't really been confirmed 100%. But one thing that we do know is that Bob Arum has reserved that stadium in Las Vegas. And it should be interesting. And I'm excited about that, man. I'm excited about that. Looks like the fight's going to happen. I know Deontay Wilder has his team. I think JD's has come out and said, or I think it was Shelly Finkel, excuse me, come out and said that he's going to start training in August. So if he's going to start training in August, I don't know if he's going to be training for conditioning or if he's going to be actually training for the fight. Because if the fight is in December and he's starting his training camp in August, it looks like he'd be overtrained for that. So I don't know what type of training he's going to do in August. But I know Tyson Fury has been keeping himself in shape. He's been on Instagram working out with his family. I know obviously that's not the same as boxing, but I'm sure he's been doing his cardio and stuff like that. He still looks thin and trim. Deontay Wilder looks good right now. We've seen him in that twerking video. He looked okay there. Didn't seem to have any issues there twerking. So hopefully he's recovered fully from the bicep tendon injury and the alleged so-called dented head. Hopefully he can get that rectified. But that's ridiculous. But yeah, like I said, we still have to wait this virus out. We don't know what we're going to look like in December. It's going to be interesting. We'll have a new president by then too, so we don't know how if Trump were to lose and we had Biden in there, we don't know how strict he would be with the restrictions. We don't know. Obviously, each state can do what they want, but would Biden set stricter guidelines than Trump? Because Trump's really, really pro opening up the economy. He doesn't want to shut it down again. Whereas Biden and the Democrats are saying, let's slow play this. Let's close everything, except for the protests, of course. So again, I don't want to get into politics, but this whole thing is political. But Nevada is more of a conservative state. It's a less of a liberal state. So we'll see how things go, man. We'll see how things go with the restrictions there. But I have a feeling that the fight will happen in December, and I have a feeling that there will be a live crowd there, whether it be in limited capacity or not. Let me just double check. I should have probably checked before I started this video, but I want to check the seating capacity of that stadium. I'm just curious, and I apologize for stopping and having a check, but I'm just curious to see what the full capacity of that Allegiant Stadium is in Las Vegas. It's supposed to be a huge. Okay, so that holds 65,000. The 65,000 seat stadium. So even if they were to open that up in limited capacity at 35,000, then that would still be a big decent sized crowd. So we don't know. So like I said, even at worst case scenario, they open it up at 50%, then that wouldn't be too bad. So we'll see what happens. Now that's 65,000, I believe, with the football. So boxing, I'm sure they could probably hold more than that. You see if they give any stats on how they would hold it. Yeah, there's nothing here that says the capacity for a boxing match, but I'm pretty sure that they'll be able to hold obviously more people for a boxing match than they would for a football game. So say that could hold possibly 80 for a boxing match, and then they scaled it down to 40,000. If they priced the tickets right, they could still have a pretty substantial live gate there. So it's pretty interesting to see how this plays out. I'm looking forward to the fight. I think, like I said, I think that this is going to be a great event, and I'm really curious to see the build up to the fight because of all this controversy that's been going on. I said this yesterday, and I'm going to repeat myself. I'm curious to see if the press is going to challenge Deontay Wilder on any of these excuses. If they're going to ask him about the floppy glove, if they're going to ask him about the alleged loaded glove, if they're going to ask him about the suit, because we haven't seen any live interviews. We've seen some print interviews done for Wilder a couple months ago. But as I said, all this controversy and this news and all this crazy allegations have been swirling around. So I just want to hear Deontay Wilder's reaction and response to all of this stuff. because he's got his brother saying crazy things. He's got his fans out there saying crazy things, and he's just sitting back and he's not coming out and confirming or denying any of it, which I think is a mistake. I think he should come out and address some of these rumors now and not wait till the promotion time for the fight, not wait for the build up for the fight, because why allow yourself to be bombarded with all that stuff come fight time? Why allow yourself to be bombarded with that fight time? Ralph says his only excuse was the legs. Well, no, now he's been taking shots at his team, saying that he's got people in his team that he thinks have not been loyal to him, that have been backstabbing him. So there's been a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know if he's taking shots at JD's, because JD's was in that locker room inspecting Fury's gloves before the fight. So it's now he already threw Breland under the bus. So now is he throwing JD's under the bus, saying JD's didn't do a good enough job inspecting the gloves? So we don't know. We don't know. That's why I would love to see Wilder come out and address some of this, because eventually he's going to be asked questions about it. So you might as well nip it in the bud now. So by fight time, this stuff won't be a distraction, because I think the longer he waits to address this stuff, come fight time, when he's doing press for the fight, everything's going to be surrounded by the controversy. Now, that may be a good thing in terms of attention for the fight. That may help build up the fight. But again, will that allow Deontay Wilder to be focused on the fight? We'd be more focused on the controversies and the excuses. And will he continue to be in denial? Will he continue to be in denial on why he lost? And being in denial, is that going to be a detriment to him? Is that going to be a negative aspect moving forward as he prepares for this third fight? Is that going to be something that's going to be like an obstruction for him in order to correct the mistakes? So we don't know. Well, right now, Ralph says we'll see who the snakes are when we see who's missing. But right now, Shelley Finkelite was being interviewed yesterday. He was talking about Deontay Wilder's status and how he's doing and all that. And like I said, he said he was going to start training in August. But he also said that no changes have been made yet. So we don't know what's going to happen, because as of right now, according to Shelley Finkel, no changes have been made. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to this fight, and hopefully we have a good event. Hopefully enough people will be able to go to this fight live where it will be worthwhile for both fighters, and it'll be a fun event. And I'm curious to see how much press is going to be allowed there. So there's a lot of question marks, because like I said, we got 5 months to go for this. And there's a lot of question marks. Obviously, it's definitely going to be on pay-per-view. I'm sure Fox and ESPN are going to do a joint pay-per-view again, since they were so successful in the first one. So I'm sure that they'll do the same aggressive, great job they did for the first fight. So we had 800,000 pay-per-view buys. Bob Arum's saying that there's more because of the digital wasn't counted. I don't know about that, but let's just say 800,000. There's no reason, in my opinion, that this one couldn't do 1 million at $80 a pop. That's a huge chunk of change if you think about it. And if they have like 35 to 40,000 seats and they're selling them at a reasonable price, then this could be another monster live gate, because the first fight did a live gate of 17 million. Think about that. Like 16,000 people and generating a $17 million live gate. If you look at Anthony Joshua's fight against Vladimir Klitschko, 90,000 seats, not 90,000 seat stadium, they only did a $11 million gate with almost 5 or 6 times the seating capacity. So that's impressive. And obviously, we know the difference in pricing here in the United States as compared to the UK. So that's why I'll be interested to see if Fury wins this third fight, and then they have the fight with Joshua. I know a lot of people are talking about Saudi, but who knows if Vegas comes correct again with this Allegiant Stadium, and there's no reason why the third fight, excuse me, the not the third fight, but the first fight with Joshua and Fury can't be held at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. I'm sure Fury will be pushing for that, so we'll see. Wilder Fury priced out. Well, again, it's a different economy, bro. I mean, you can't compare the two economies. It's just this is a different economy. You got the largest economy in the world versus the seventh or eighth largest economy in the world. Of course, the pricing is going to be different. It's just the way it is. Just economics, bro. Just economics. Most people would rather watch it on TV anyways. I'd rather watch the fight on TV. I think it's a more enjoyable experience, to be honest with you. That's my opinion, though. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this Amina Serrano thing. Saudi site fees can't be matched. Nah. Well, all I can tell you is this, Tiny Tim. Look at the highest grossing fights in the world of all time. Not one of them's been in Saudi, bro. It's just facts, bro. We can go down this road again, but we have to subtract the cognitive dissonance, and we have to just look at the facts. I mean, it's all about pricing. What would you rather do? Sell 100,000 fucking Hyundais or 50,000 Lamborghinis? Again, we're not gonna try to play businessmen here. We're not even gonna do this site fee. We're not gonna pretend we know things that we don't know. We're not gonna just say things that, again, this channel is not about the feel good. We're not here to just tell you things that make you feel good. I'm not Tony Robbins. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you, oh yeah, Saudi's gonna charge a site fee, blah blah blah. There's more to it than just that, bro. You're not going to tell me the tickets at Saudi Arabia. You can't say the facts of the site fee. It doesn't matter if it's guaranteed money or not. You don't know how much of that the fighter gets. The promoter has to take that money, and he's got to pay the fighters with it. Okay? But he's going to take his cut. Okay? So you don't know. Again, we've been over this before. It's not about what you want things to be. It's the what is and what isn't. There's no event ever that's going to be held outside of the United States that's going to generate more money than a United States fight would be. If you were to look at the top 50, if you were to look at the top 50 grossing fights of all time, not one of them is a UK fight, bro. Not one of them. Not one of them is a fight outside the United States, bro. Just the way it is. Let's Google it. Highest grossing fights of all time. And you just have to look at the facts, bro. It's just, I know you want it. I know you want things to be a certain way. That's great. I want things to be a certain way too. I want to wake up every day and have the sunshine. It's unrealistic, bro. I want world hunger to be ended. Can't do it. Like when I was a kid and I walked down the stairs on Christmas Eve, right? And I saw my parents putting the gifts under the tree. That was the first time I found out there was no Santa Claus. Now, you know what my parents told me? Well, Santa dropped off the presents and gave them to us, and we're just putting them under the tree for Santa. Now, you guys would be like, yeah, man, I believe you because you want that feel good. You want that feel good feeling. You want that feel good feeling. So you'll lie to yourself because of that. You'll lie to yourself because of that. But my cognitive dissonance the cognitive dissonance that you have and my cognitive dissonance that I don't have will not enable me to believe that story. That's the thing. So let's look at the highest grossing fights of all time. So we got Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, $275 million. Actually, no, that's not the total gross. The 55 best-selling, highest viewed fights of all time. Let's look at them. George St. Pierre versus Nick Diaz. That's 55. Okay. WrestleMania 22. That was in Illinois, United States. So 55 was in Canada. Okay, so that's 55. 49, that Forrest Griffith, Rashad Evans. That was in Las Vegas. Buster Douglas, Evander Holyfield. That's 49. Another United, that's Las Vegas. Bernard Hopkins, Oscar De La Hoya. Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather, Robert Guerrero, 49. Las Vegas. Canelo, Alvarez, Julio Cesar Chavez. That's actually tied for 49. Las Vegas. WrestleMania 20. Madison Square Garden. Randy Couture, Brock Lesnar. Las Vegas. Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva. Now this is combat sports. This isn't just boxing. Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva. Las Vegas. WrestleMania 7. Texas. WrestleMania 29. Wow, WrestleMania is up here for a lot of events. New Jersey. Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez. That's 41. Where is that one? That's California. Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, number 41. Las Vegas. Chuck Liddell. Las Vegas. Tito versus Tito Ortiz. WrestleMania, number 40 here, WrestleMania 24. Florida. Number 39, WrestleMania, Georgia. Floyd Mayweather versus Marquez at 38. Las Vegas. WrestleMania again, number 37. Los Angeles. Amanda Nunes versus Ronda Rousey. Las Vegas. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. 35. Las Vegas. Now see, now we're entering the 30s. Here's where you'll see all the boxing events now. Number 32. Bruce Seldon, Mike Tyson. Las Vegas. Pacquiao Margarito. That's number 32 as well. Texas. Marquez versus Pacquiao 32. Las Vegas. Okay, here's another UFC. But most of these will be boxing now. Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin. Las Vegas. WrestleMania 2023. Detroit. Dan Cormier, Anderson Silva. Las Vegas. Holyfield versus Lennox Lewis. That's number 28. Madison Square Garden. WrestleMania 28, Florida. Oscar De La Hoya versus Manny Pacquiao. Number 24, Las Vegas. Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto. Number 24, Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather versus Ortiz. Las Vegas. KSI versus Logan Paul, number 21. Okay, we got one. There's one in the UK. So we got one. So Beeb stands corrected. We have one UK fight, and that's not even with real boxers. That's with freaking two YouTubers. Wow. Wow. So we got one. Beeb stands corrected. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin, 21. Las Vegas. Eddie Alvarez, Conor McGregor, New York. Shane Mosley, Manny Pacquiao, Las Vegas. Frank Bruno, Mike Tyson 2, 19. Las Vegas. Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor, Las Vegas, 14. Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, number 14, tied. Las Vegas. Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, Las Vegas. Look how many of these in Vegas. Why would you not put a fight in Vegas? All the biggest fights of all time have been. How many times have I said Vegas? Van Holyfield, George Foreman, Atlantic City. That's number 14. Tied for 14. Marquez versus Pacquiao, Las Vegas. Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, Las Vegas. Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Las Vegas. Mike Tyson, Peter McNeely, number 11, Las Vegas. Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Las Vegas. Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir. Wow. Las Vegas again. Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor, Las Vegas. Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Tennessee. Holyfield, Tyson, 2, Las Vegas. Mayweather, Canelo, Las Vegas. Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather, Las Vegas. Khabib versus Conor, Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, Las Vegas. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, number 1, Las Vegas. So there's one UK fight in the top 50, and it's not even with two real fighters. So where's Anthony Joshua? Where's Carl Froch? Where's all the UK stars? All the big fights have been in Las Vegas. The highest grossing fights of all time predominantly have been in Las Vegas. Why is that? That's where the high rollers are. That not one fight from Saudi, So you had one fight between two guys who aren't even legitimate pro fighters, YouTube stars. You had to have, so these YouTube stars actually, and that was just pay-per-view buys. That's not even highest grossing event. That was just pay-per-view buys. Okay? So we know that if you were just to go by highest grossing, that wouldn't even be in there. So really, all the fights have been in the United States. So again, we can't have this argument that Saudi is this, Saudi is that, UK is this, UK is that, 90,000 seat stadiums. It doesn't matter how many seats you sell. It doesn't matter how many. No, Saudi did not just come on the scene because WWE has had fights in Saudi before. Excuse me, not fights, events in Saudi. So it's not just Saudi. Okay, why aren't they having Wilder Fury 3 in Saudi then? Why is it in Las Vegas? You had one boxing event in Las Vegas. And you can't tell me that Ruiz, Joshua, you can't tell me, well, you guys used to always say, oh, why can't the fight be in UK? You'll gross more money in the UK. You won't gross more money in the UK. The math doesn't add up. Why do you think Eddie Hearn is operating in the United States right now and all of his fights are in the United States? Why? It's not stupid. It's not stupid. We don't know how much money the fights in Saudi are actually generating. We don't. Anthony Joshua versus Andrew Ruiz did not gross more than Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2. It just didn't. It didn't gross more money. So it doesn't matter. Let's take the emotion out of it and let's just go with facts. Let's just go with facts. Yeah, because the reason why they chose Saudi over Vegas or New York is because they didn't have the confidence in Anthony Joshua. They did not believe he could win in the United States. Eddie Hearn came out and said it. We don't know if you can win in the United States, but we know you have a better chance fighting somewhere else. They wanted to fight in the UK. They were willing to take less money just to make sure Joshua got the belts back. Yes, Eddie Hearn went on record saying that. Eddie Hearn didn't want to cash out Joshua. He wanted him to win. Do you know how much the ringside seats are? You know how much the ringside seats were for Wilder Fury 2? They were charging $5,000, bro. They were charging $5,000. Name one stadium in the UK that charges $5,000 for ringside seats, bro. You know how much they were charging for Mayweather McGregor? They were getting $10,000. That fight only sold $15,000. Excuse me, 15,000 people, 15,000 seats they sold in that fight. They didn't even sell that out. And it was the second highest grossing gate of all time. You're not going to beat these prices. You're just not. That's why why do you think Lennox Lewis came over here and fought? Why do you think he came over here and fought when he won the title? Why did he base himself in America? Why did Ricky Hatton come over here and fight in America? Why did Amir Khan come over here and fight in America? Why did Frank Bruno come over here and fight in America? Why did Carl Froch come over here and fight in America? From WWE earnings, Saudi Arabia is paying them $45 million a year to put on 3 events. So that can help you guess how much they're paying. Okay, so $45 million divided by 3. Thank you, Alexander Wilson. $15 million an event. That's not more than a Vegas event. Wilder Fury seats were cheaper than AJ Ruiz. No, they were not, bro. No, they were not. They absolutely were not. They absolutely were not. They absolutely were not. Anyone with a brain knows that. My friend, again, provide evidence or your claims will be deemed irrelevant. You're lying, bro. Wilder Fury 2 tickets were more expensive than Joshua Ruiz tickets. They just were. Let's do Joshua Ruiz live gate. Let's see how much they did in the live gate. Madison Square Garden. See, they don't even release. They don't. You can't even find what they did for the live gate here. It doesn't even say. But anyways, I gotta. Can you guys still hear me? I had an issue with my mic for some reason. Can you guys still hear me? Any issues with the sound, guys? Let me see if I can get this mic. Okay, the mic seems like it's back again. Let me try something else here. Hold on for 1 second. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, I think we're back here. I think we're back to normal here. Okay, I think we're all, yeah, we're back to normal. Sorry, guys. Awesome. All right. Yeah, I actually got an appointment that I gotta go to, man. Maybe I'll jump on later, but yeah. I mean, let's just look at the reality situation, man. You know, we'll see what happens here if Fury beats Wilder. I'm sure Bob Arum's gonna want to bring this fight, the Joshua fight, to Vegas. He's gonna want to bring it to Allegiant Stadium because I'm sure that they can generate more money there than they could anywhere else, in my opinion. The numbers don't lie. I just read off. So the rumors on Talk Sport is Alexander Wilson says that Saudi paid 30 pounds, which as on right now is 37 for Joshua Ruiz too. Okay. So that's a rumor, but it hasn't been confirmed. But I think you and I both agreed, Alexander Wilson, that regardless of what Saudi paid, they still didn't gross more than Fury Wilder too. Because you had a $17 million live gate, and then you had bare minimum 800,000 pay-per-view buys. Okay, so you have 17 million. And then you have bare minimum 800,000 times 80. I mean, that's $81 million right there. That's 80. Because Tiny Tim, the reason why it would be big is Tyson Fury became big over here because of it. Look how well he did with the WWE. And Tyson Fury is actually more popular than Deontay Wilder over here. That's why he was able to generate 800,000 pay-per-view buys in only his second American pay-per-view fight. That's impressive. Did Joshua do 800,000 pay-per-view buys in his second pay-per-view fight in the UK? No. So you got 81 million, and that's without the Vegas site fee. So I don't know how much the Vegas site fee was. Let's just say the Vegas site fee. Let's be conservative. Let's say the Vegas site fee was $15 million. That's 96 million. Let's throw another 5 million in there for sponsors. So, you basically got $100 million fight. Thank you, Alexander Wilson. So Fury's WWE appearance was in Saudi. That's great. All right, guys, I got to break out of here. I'll jump on later. I got some things I got to take care of, but thank you, guys. Fury don't sell a ticket without Wilder. I challenge anyone. To tell me that Fury versus Joshua in Las Vegas would not do 1 million pay-per-view buys in the United States with the way with the way ESPN has been promoting, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a household name over here right now. So he's been promoted beautifully. And the way ESPN and Fox have promoted Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury's been everywhere in American media. He's been on the Breakfast Club. He's been everywhere. So I think Tyson Fury definitely could carry a pay-per-view right now with Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I think he could carry it with Anthony Joshua. I really do. I think Fury Joshua in Vegas would do more than Fury Wilder. I think they can promote that fight. I think it would do at least 1 million pay-per-view buys. That's just my opinion. All right, guys, I got to break out. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. Peace.